Good evening. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Tuesday, the 13th of May, 2025. There's no major U.S. economic data due out. We get the Mortgage Bankers Association numbers in the morning. You know, interest rates have gone up back to the 4.5%. And they're climbing because the market believes that inflation is coming via these tariffs. And I realize we haven't seen a lot of it yet. It's there, and it's not going away as President Trump isn't waiving the tariffs. The president is in his glory days right now. He's made a deal with the UK. He did a deal today. You saw a big deal with Saudi Arabia. And he's put to bed for a moment, for at least 90 days, the Chinese deal, as long as neither side gets a little crazy here. That can make a lot of good road. Now, the de minimis, I had to find out more about it yesterday. I said, I want to check what that is. I found out that it is a 54% tariff, or you can go to a flat fee that you can decide when you buy of $100. But if you use a commercial carrier like FedEx, DHL, or UPS, and it's shipped on that, the tariff goes down to $30, and I saw nothing about the $100 choice of a rate. That might be there. I just didn't see enough about it. The market loves what is going on. That's very clear in the tech sector, which has suddenly gone bananas again. We saw that the Blackwell chip is being sold to Saudi Arabia. AMD was there. Cisco was there. Elon Musk was there in Saudi Arabia. So you got everybody there, and everybody's getting a piece of this trillion-dollar pie in some manner, and that's great. As the Saudis are growing, you want to get clients that have a big cash stash, and they have it, and they have to diversify, and they know that. So we will see just what is going on and where this market carries you. As you look at the board behind me, not everything is green. You had down markets, the Dow, United Healthcare, got smashed today. New chairman, which is the old chairman, is coming back. The current one had to resign for, we don't know the reasons. The numbers that are coming in from the divisions are terrible. They've removed forward guidance. They're preparing you for the worst. And with that, the market's probably going to be a buy because they're just wiping everything out from there. I watched today an interview from Robinhood. And they were talking about the profile of the customer, who is basically a 30-year-old, and they're putting more money in, and what they were doing on this break. And what they were doing is they were adding and not making money, and they were not trading. They were buying some of these big names that came down, and some of these guys have gotten sharply ahead on this. Now they're coming, as he said, they'll come out of the market and they'll go back to trading the ETFs, the options, and whatever. Interesting play. Coinbase, as you know, is replacing Discover Card in the Dow, and that went up sharply so that it gets its fair valuing. But, you know, you've seen a pretty good business out of Bitcoin. You see that that's what's in part making Robinhood move as much as it has, and it's moved very, very well recently. So there are things that are doing well. Half the loss or more in Netflix yesterday was made up today. Amazon is doing very well. Tesla today, another $15. So this was just hanging in, if you'll remember, in the 260, 280 level, and it's come back now to 334, which is important. And NVIDIA's crossed through the 130 area, got to 131.22. It's coming into contact with its all-time high soon. Boeing, a lot more planes were delivered, so they've gone up again. It looks like they'll deliver more next month. The Chinese have said now they want all the planes that they've ordered with them. I don't know what will happen with the ones that were sent back. I think they're in Oregon at this time. You know, you'll see. But as I told you, there's plenty of people that want them if the Chinese don't. And now that's back. And this is all great news for Boeing, because I think you will see that they got a huge order out of the Saudis, and this is just going to keep spiraling. And it's something that, you know, I said over and over last year, don't count this out. It's the one big U.S. air company. There's no way Trump lets this go down. And they are back. All right. So as we take a look at Wayfair, Wayfair was lower today. Maybe it needs to fill the gap that you've got in the chart here. That could easily be. Markets had a heck of a run. It was nearly $20. It doubled. You do realize that. It doubled. And it did it since April and came up. There's a point of reality where you've gotten a bit ahead of yourself. Nothing grows to the sky, so I'd be a little bit careful with that. The trend is certainly up. The market is stalling at the 100-day average. The Bollinger Band, you've had now 2 days over it. I think you'll pull back into it tomorrow, and we'll see what the market wants to do with that. And you're overbought, not embedded. Now, if you embed, I get even more bullish than you hear me talking. But right now, I'd like to see it try to fill some of that. Kimberly-Clark tried the upside today, and it's just not ready to go. In fact, if it were to take out here the 3,200 level, you'd have trouble. Maybe you break down a little more. But I think what you're seeing is the pro buying right here at 133.67. Did I say 32? It's 132. If you take out 132, I think they'll back away from that trade. The market is a bit overbought. It got there. It rolled back intraday from being over the 70 level. In Broadcom, just up and away, Palantir too. I mean, these are just on runs to the upside. This stock has really come back. Here's what I want to see in these markets when they embed. That gives you opportunity when they pull down for an entry point in the market as long as the embedded reading stays in place. In Google, higher lows, higher highs. This correction is now over. You'd have to take out today's low, and that number is 156.16 to get me to think, false start. It's not going anywhere yet. And that would be the number I'd think with that. If that's not taken out, you got a shot here. Maybe you can get up into that Bollinger Band area because the trend is up. Netflix, I wanted it so bad to hit the 18-day average. It didn't, and it doesn't have to. The reason I think it's going to is you lost the bullish embedded reading and you didn't get it back. And typically, that's all I can tell you, typically. I cannot use the word every time because it's not real. But when you lose the embedded reading like you didn't do here, you did right here, that's yesterday. If you don't gain it back right away, which you did not do today, before the market goes for a new high, it often does hit the 18-day average. Sometimes that number's way down. The closest main moving average. Robinhood. I just keep hearing what these young traders are doing. And, they're not meme traders right now. These guys are just saying, this is a good company. I want to own it on this break. This is a big washout. It's come up enough and I'm doing it. I think they're teaching people a lot of lessons and good lessons. So I'm liking what I'm hearing from I think it was the CFO today talking about it. Somebody in Key Money there that was being interviewed on, I believe it was CNBC. I watch so much TV. Higher high, then a lower low, and you've gone, but here's that embedded reading. Again, when you lose the embedded reading, and I want to say with S now, because so many are embedded, it'll tell you that this phase of this rally is ready to correct whatever that might mean. When we look at XOM, I like XOM. I like so many of these companies that have natural gas. I like the guys that can deliver it. Actually, a little more than the guys that produce it. And the reason is, it doesn't matter on the price. If you can deliver it and got a way to do it, you're going to make money because the world wants this natural gas. The price up and down is going to happen no matter what you do. In stocks, I'm ready to say this market's probably ready to give you a pullback. You're at the 200-day average. You have a history that when you get up to that 200, this market likes to back off. I'm not changing the nature of history, and I know you're going to say it's going to the moon, and you're probably right. But if you were sitting next to me and paying me money for my advice, that's what I'd be telling you. I'd cut positions down right here. In XLF, embedded reading again, up to the Bollinger Band. Until you lose the reading, be very careful. XLI, well, here's proof that I'm not right. Here's a market that got over the 100 to 200-day average, played there for 4 days, and it didn't care. After that, it just said, I'm going. And it was instantly gone, and that's all your big industrial companies. That's the ETF spider that covers that. I got a bad quote there. Sorry about that. It's the cash. It's not coming from the quote source. It's the cash in the system I'm using here. You know what cash is, I'm assuming. Lower highs, lower lows, oversold in the gold. So it's going to try to find where it can find support towards that Bollinger Band. No surprise there. Certainly not a big bounce today. Silver market's in the middle of no man's land, trying to be an uptrend. Trying. You've got the higher lows, higher highs. So until the market takes out, I think it's 29.43. Am I right on that? One more. 29.43. Until that's taken out, the bulls have taken control. You've got higher lows, higher highs. They're looking to see if you can get to 30.56. It's not like a get rich, but people trade big numbers of it, and that changes the game for them. In the copper market, the futures took off. This market never broke when the futures did. Fascinating. This was the smarter market. Yesterday, the futures went nowhere. Today, they caught on fire, and now you're up to the Bollinger Band and the 200-day average. I'm going to repeat. From there, I like other people to own it rather than me. Got it? If I were in it. In BND, TLT, the market thinks you're going to get inflation. And you're breaking in these markets. They're adding yield. In the dollar, you had one day up and over the Bollinger Band. You're pulling back and you're overbought as can be. You're oversold and got under the Bollinger Band in FXE, and you got your bounce in the market. So you put it together. It gives you some ideas where you're at. Rivian is holding together. AMC's going nowhere. I like to show all these different things to you because it helps. Schwab going up with a Robinhood to a degree. As you can see, the NVDA worked out really well. I'm the happiest camper. I had my clients buy it too high in 5 months ago or so. And I told them, let's wait, let it cut back up there, and you take that off and just hold your base position. And today was the day that happened, and believe me, I was sweating it, and it finally worked out, and that's the good news. And they've got their base position, so I'm happy with that. And talking about base, give this a try. It's a Mother's Day sale for you. And in it, I give you 1/3 off our new pricing. Our new pricing, you cannot get a 1-month subscription to us anymore. Everything comes in quarters, but it's really 90 days at a time because we don't go from May 1st to the end of May. Whatever day you come in with us, you get 30 days, 90 days, whatever it's at. And we're offering 1/3 off. I don't believe I can be judged on my morning videos in 20 business days. I want you to look at it and go, you know something? I see what he's doing. I understand where he's at. Then if you don't like it, I get it. But in 30 days, I can be the hottest guy in the world, and then I turn cold, all right? Who doesn't? I realize you think every trader out there just makes money. I wish that were the case, that they will tell you the opposite. I was gray at 26, and I'd been in this game. All right, so all you do is go to IraEpstein.com. You don't need a discount code or anything. It's all there on the page. When you get there, go to the word research. There's an icon up here you can click, and up here on YouTube, 0 with the I in it for information. Give it a click. You'll see the link as well. I'm Ira. Let's look at the other video.